Okay, hello, my name is Adelia Sekarsari, and I am a participant at DevNet Associate, organized by Digitalent. And in this opportunity, we will learn about building sample web apps in Docker container from Lab 6.2.7. And let's start it. Okay, the first thing that we need to know is what is Docker. Docker is a platform and toolchain that simplifies the process of creating, deploying, and managing application using containerization technology. Containerization allows developer to package an application and its dependencies into standardized unit called a container, which can then be run consistently across different environments. And from this lab, you will review basic bash scripting technique, and you will then build and modify a Python script for a simple web application, and you will create a bash script to automate the process for creating a Docker file, building the Docker container, and running the Docker container. And finally, you will use Docker commands to investigate the intricacies of the Docker container instance. And to do lab 6.2.7, you need a resource. The first one you need to have PC, and the second one you need to download VirtualBox or VMware from VirtualBox. And the last one you also need to download the fast virtual machine learning from netaka.com. And in this lab, there are six part in this lab. The first one is we need to launch the fast virtual machine, and then we need to create a simple bash, create a simple web apps, and configure the web apps to use website files. And then we need to create a bash script to build and run a Docker container. And the last one is we need to build, run, and verify the Docker container. To efficiency the time, we can jump straight into the practical aspect. So the first one is, the part one is you need to launch the VM. We can go to the VM, and if you already download it, you can go to the fast lab VM and start. It may take a while, but yeah, you just need to wait through it. After the machine learning is ready to use, you can go to the terminal. And in this section, we played in labs and folder DevNet search and in sample app. And then the first thing that we need to do is create an empty bash script. So in this section, we use search user input the SHSH is a shell scripting. So to edit the file, you need to use nano. And in this section, you need to add shebang to the top of the script. So basically, you add, maybe I can, so you can add a bin, and then for the script or command, you can add a simple bash command such as you can add echo and your maybe enter your name, enter your name, and then we need to read the username. Oh, there's something. And then we can echo, and your name is dollar and username, and close it. And then the next step is you need to exit the nano and save the script using Control H. And then set modify buffer, you need to type Y and then enter. And to run your script from the command line, you need to use bash and user input dot stage. Then you can type your name and it's done. But the next one is you need to change the mode of the script to executable for all user. Because if you see the permission in now let's user input speech, there are no permission in here. So you need to use mode in here. A plus H in user input. And if you commit to the permission, you can see that we already have the permission. And you can rename the file to remove the forward or extension using MV. So we need to use MV user input.sh and rename the extension user and input and tab. And then to execute the script, you can use slash user and you can type your name again and it's done. Okay, let's go to the part. In a part 3, we need to first thing that we need to do is we need to install Flask and open a port on the virtual machine firewall. So the first thing to install the Flask, we need to part 3 and install Flask. Okay, it's already installed. And then we need to open a sample apps.py. You can use visual. You can use visual code. So you can type the simple code such as from plus import plus and from plus import request and then create an instance on the Flask class. You need to check sample, define with Flask, and then you need to define a method to display the client IP address with sample dot root and and then you need to define a main function where in main function return you are calling me from. So you're calling me from, and then we need to add request dot remote address and close it. After that, you need to configure the apps to run locally. So we need to if name equals to main, it will run the sample, sorry, run with host 0.0.0.0 with port. Okay, after you finish the script, you can save it. And then we can run again in terminal. To run it, you can use Python 3 sample apps. Okay, there's something. Okay. Save it again and rerun. Main is not defined. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, sorry. to test or to verify the server is running, you can open, maybe you can open the Chrome in here and tap the port that you already defined. And you can call the request port and to stop the server, you can Control+C. And it's done. And we can go to the part 4 to configure the web apps to use website file. Okay, the part 4, we need to configure the web apps to use website file. So the direction, template, and static are all already in sample.apps, or yeah, it's already in this directory. And to open the index.html, you can use the cat templates and index. So we already have the passcode of HTML, and you need to, if you want to use this template, you need to update the Python code for the sample web apps in Visual Studio Code. You can add from slash import render template, and then for the return, we can change it to a render template and index .html. You can save the code and you can rerun the code in sample. And to check or to verify that your program is running, you can reload. And in this sample apps, you can see that in this app we use the HTML. You can see it based on the background, and you need to verify your program. You also can do the other things. So you can use the curl. To use the curl, you can use the curl and go to the HTTP 0.0.0.0 and type the port. And in this lab, you can use you are calling me from 127.0.0.1. And you need to stop the server with Control+C. And we can go to the part 5 to create a bash script to build and run the Docker container. Okay. Jump to the part 5 to create a bash script to build and run a Docker container. So there are 5 parts to build this tab. The first one is create temporary direction to store the website files. And step 2 is copy and website directories and sample apps.py to the temporary direction. And then create a Docker file, build the Docker container, start a container and verify it is running. And the last one is save your bash script. So the first one that we need to do is we need to create the sample apps.script file or extension in sh. We need to touch sample the h, and then we need to, so basically I already have the template in here, so we need to create a direction, direction, and then we copy the sample apps, copy the templates and then static CSS, and then we need to import the Python. We need to run the Flash. I use version 2.0.2, and then we need to copy the static to Docker file. From this script, we need to save this with Control X. And then to run this task, so after you save your base code, you need to build, run, and verify the Docker container. To verify it, you can use bash dot slash sample apps dot sh, and then you can run it. So from this stage, you can see that the Docker file is already successfully built, and and you can see the so if you want to see it's successfully built. Okay, it's already, I'm sorry, but there's something conflicting here. So the container name test running is already in use by containers, so we need to remove it, or we can change the name. If you want to change the name you can change it in script, in the shell script in here. But if you want to, so maybe we can change this script first. We can save it with Control X and yes, and then enter. Or you can use Docker remove to remove the name. And then you can run the script with bash. So in here, you can use sample apps, it's already running. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Bye.